So this is part 2 of creating panels for my Twitch, and as you can see, I am drawing 2 of my OCs. The one with horns, their name is Wilbur. I love them. If you want to see more of them, you can check out my Instagram. And I also make clay pins for both of them. The other one is Daisy. I love them. They're like a couple, but not really a couple. It's cute. I don't want to say too much because I do also plan on creating a webtoon, kind of like surrounding their whole lore, if you will. But yeah, I believe, speaking of Etsy, this is the Etsy panel that I'm working on currently. And I knew I wanted to include those 2 in it for sure because they're like my main inspiration for creating my Etsy. And I decided to have some flames in the back because their theme is like they're in hell. Yeah, I think when I make a webtoon, it's gonna be really interesting seeing them and their like environment and all of that. I love this text, or this font that I have. I believe it's called Valium or Valum. I don't know how to describe it. It's perfect, especially for like the theme of what I was going for anyways. And then here I decided to draw my astrology sign, which is a Libra. And yeah, because I feel like panels are another way that you can kind of tell people about yourself without having to tell them too much about yourself, you know? Or at least that's what I wanted to go for with mine. I wanted each panel to say something about me that I haven't, or that I wasn't gonna put in like the description or something. So like for an example, the Instagram one has the Polaroids. I love taking pictures and I love photography. And then for the Etsy, I make clay pins and I have 2 main OCs that I just absolutely adore. And then for the Twitter, it shows, you know, just some clouds and astrology, or my astrology. Is it astrology or no? What's the word? I'm looking for the word zodiac sign. That's what I was trying to say, not astrology. But I think it's all the same thing. I might be wrong because I feel like astrology is like the study of space or something. And I thought that it would be really cool though to put my zodiac sign, like the constellation of my zodiac, and then have that in the clouds, but because I was gonna do it in space, but I didn't want it to be dark, and like Twitter's theme is like a bright blue bird, so I was like, well, I'll just do like a bright blue sky, pair that with some clouds, and put my sign in there somehow. And then you'll see I turned the stars into like little cherry blossom flowers, which was kind of like a last minute decision actually. Like I really was gonna do stars, but then I was like, oh, it would be a lot prettier if I put flowers for where the stars, you know, go instead of stars. So, but yeah, the most tricky thing about making this was figuring out the outline for the constellation. I didn't know if I wanted to make it the same color as the sky, or if I wanted it to be pink like the cherry blossoms. But I decided to kind of like to do it the same color as the sky but a bit brighter, so that it still went along. Just adding some glows to the other cherry blossoms and the buds. Now here, this picture took like a 180. Like, I actually had no idea what I wanted to do for this one, but I did know I wanted to make a face, and I didn't want it to look like that sketch. So here I did a rough, this was my actual sketch that I wanted to work on right here. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna add color and I'm just gonna play with it, and we're gonna see how this goes. So as you can see, I added some shadows. I recently found out a new way of adding shadows instead of doing it the way that I did it. Not saying that the way I did it is a bad way to do it, it's just it's something that I was new towards doing. Like, I still have to learn how to do shadows properly, as well as lighting. I feel like I struggle with that a lot. But I do plan on practicing more and getting a little bit better. Oh yeah, I wanted to add more color to her face, because I feel like adding just one base color for the face is like, it makes my characters look very dead, and I don't like that look. So I added a lot of blush, which I don't fully regret. But yeah, I also wanted to add some color to the line art, because I feel like the black was too harsh with everything. And here I'm just playing with the hair. I had no idea how I wanted to do this hair, but I just decided to like follow the shapes that I had created with the paintbrush. So I added more shadows and highlights. And yeah, a part of me feels like the black is a bit too dark for the hair, but I think it's also fine, because it does add, you know, some definition to it, and I did brighten it up a bit with the highlights. So I think actually I do end up brightening it up anyways. Oh yeah, and I gave her a little fang, because I think that fang, that the little like smiles with one fang, I think those are so cute. For the background, I did not know what color I wanted to do. Originally I did think of doing yellow, but I was like, well, I already have a yellow one, or like an orangey yellowish one for my Etsy, and so I didn't want to do the same color. You saw that I thought that I was gonna do red, but eventually I picked pink because I love pink. Pink is my favorite color. I didn't know what I was doing here. I was just kind of drawing, doodling. I figured I'll just freestyle on this part and see how it goes. I love that I added the loopy things, because it does add something else to the panel, instead of it just being very flat and, you know, a random vine of flowers just sticking out. If you guys want to check out my Twitch and how all the panels turned out and how they look all together, I'll leave a link in the description, or you can just look up a Wonder Studio. That's me. That's also my Instagram and my DeviantArt. And yeah.